Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly show. Just with two of us at the moment, as you can see, just me and Hot Fuzz. How are we doing, Fuzzy?
Doing okay. Got 500 billion games on at the same time, so my eyes are just doing this at the moment, kind of like eyes of a pug. But lots of football and yeah, just chilled. Bit of a chilled evening, and Man United's finally getting the deal done and dusted, taking another cash money deal from Arsenal. We'll end up cashing in on Heaven. I mean, what's the irony of that? Hey, somebody with the name Heaven playing for a club of Red Devils. Watch this space, people. There's just going to be summoning circles all over the pitch of Old Trafford.
Hammering with the white devil on one side, and going to see that going on.
But yeah, Anthony, a little part-timer, he ain't here at the moment. So yeah, hopefully he arrives in style.
Yeah, Anthony doing the flexi shift at the moment. Hopefully being shortly. Let's hello to, as always, good people in the chat. Good evening, Pepsi. Good evening. Watkins deal 110% not happening. Now Duran is leaving with medical tomorrow. So yes. So Arsenal put a bid in for the region of 60 million, if I'm correct.
Yeah, proposal of 60 mil. So I think, yeah, I'd say as far as me as a fan is concerned, that was that's definitely a sort of deal that I think is reasonably I say reasonably priced. It's probably overpriced. I'll probably say more 40 to 50 million for a 29-year-old Ollie Watkins. But I suppose English player tax, you're bound to pay some mad inflated fees, and Aston Villa wants it further inflated. If you want Ollie Watkins, upwards 70, 80, 90 mil is what we want from you. And it will be selling directly to a rival club around roughly the similar sort of position in the table, a similar amount of points. So yeah, they're going to want some big money for him. And Arsenal, they desperately need a striker because Kai Havertz, for all his worth and for all he can offer as far as goal contributions are concerned, there's not really much else that he does on the football pitch, to be honest. So this needs a must for Arsenal.
Apparently they're going to go in with another bid, by all accounts, but I think the way they're looking at it, there's no way that Villa's going to sell. They don't want to sell, So he is here. Anthony?
Big up, lads.
How are you, mate?
Not too bad. Sorry I'm late. I fucking lost track of time. Wasted time because we're 1-0 down, 1-0 down. So
yeah, and you
look all over you right on time.
Yeah. Girona are definitely knocking on the door, mate. I mean, they're all over. You look lost.
We do. I'm not surprised by the lineup, actually. I mean, there is a couple of first teamers that were not playing, but listen, it's understandable. We've got Man City the weekend, and also is a game, win, lose, or draw. It doesn't make a difference for us because we're safely through to the next round. So
yeah, well,
but I do believe our goalkeeper Neto. One word explains him is ball bag. That's what I can call him.
Because I mean, at the moment, Girona are looking pretty tired at the moment. But let me catch up this chat.
I think I've just conceded a penalty, actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Big up Ton and the panel. Rashford to Arsenal is happening, apparently.
Yes, it'll happen last day. There'll be it'll be doom and gloom. Rashford's not going anywhere. He's staying, and Arsenal go, don't worry.
No, we're not having him, Fuzz. I said if he comes to Arsenal,
I got you, brother.
If he comes to Arsenal, I am not. Well, put it this way, I'll be pissed off. It might affect me coming on shows, to be honest with you, because I don't want to be talking Marcus Rashford. I seriously don't. I mean, it broke out earlier today, didn't it? Obviously, we were put a bid in for Ollie Watkins, and Well, a 60 million pound bid. In all fairness, regarding Ollie Watkins, I thought was fair enough because, I mean, age is. I mean, okay, he got a little bit of age on his side. I mean, he's 29 now, but I mean, he's not like. I don't know. He wasn't scoring as many goals as what Harry Kane used to in the Premier League, going to for 80 million to Bayern Munich. But I mean, I think 65 million is fair enough for him. Fair price.
Well, apparently you might be going in for a second bid for him anyway, because the first one gets rejected. But as Matt's saying there, and we've just spoke about it, Duran off to Saudi by looks of it.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Duran is just a good player with an attitude.
Oh my God, he's 1-1 now. Penalty to Arsenal. Jorginho has just scored the penalty.
Wow. Aston Villa being 2-0 up. It's now 2-2 with Celtic.
Bloody hell.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, it's character. They need good character.
I know, man.
That's what you're looking for.
I mean, obviously, West Ham at the moment, I mean, look, Matt's just saying here, Potter's having doubts now over Ferguson. Jesus, this is just even worse now. Evening, Tom Fuzzy, Mama. Good to see you as always. You into the chat. Trading and hiding. No, he's turned up there, mate. Good evening, Mr. Bell. Evening, Tony and Fuzzy. And they're all saying that Matt's saying tractors in the ditch. Good evening, Mark. Evening, Tony and Fuzzy. We signed a striker at long last. Yep, Swan Vesta. And they're saying like each other as always. Saying earlier though, Anthony, we're still waiting for this player that's to turn up and that. This is Ezekiel Bambuzi, what his name is. No sign of him whatsoever.
No, I get that too. Do you know what riles me, is pissing me off? I wish Man United would fuck off and stop signing our youngsters. Seriously, stop going for our Project Youth. That really, he's a left back.
I thought Project Youth died ages ago.
Well,
it was around until people suddenly just stopped talking about it.
I don't get it. It's like, in all fairness, Fuzz, I'll be honest with you. If you actually, I don't know if you actually seen the video of this youngster play, but you can actually type him in on YouTube and watch him.
He's more like a midfielder than anything.
He is more like a midfielder. He's never. Yeah.
He's all good all-round player, good height to him. It's interesting that Arsenal have made him into a centre-back.
Yeah.
So a good-sized player.
He's a good-sized player. He can play, obviously, in the defensive midfield area, and obviously he's been playing in left-back as well. But unfortunately, when he's in the reserves, obviously, our manager of the reserves is Mertesacker. So I don't know what he's planning on doing. He's like getting rid of these star players. I suppose it's giving them the opportunity to go on to big and better things. I get that, but why can't Mertesacker correspond with Arteta and say, well, look, any injuries, I can negotiate with you with these players. Bring this one into the first team. There's no communication there at all between them two. It seriously, Tone, it riles me.
It's your manager, mate, isn't it? It's your manager.
It is. Absolute stubborn.
Yeah, look, Michael Bleeds is saying, look, if it's 60 million for Watkins, that makes Isaac 250 million.
What a hit that is.
So that just shows what it could be. Ready for the cast to spill on your Chelsea flops, Michael. Chelsea. Shots fired already between Matt and Michael. And they're saying, so obviously, as always, good evening to Colin. Good evening, Aces. Good to see you as well. Now, West Ham are no threat, but I just sit neither Chelsea at the moment. Fuzzy Murray, Aces is saying, obviously, Bristol Rovers tractor supporter. Yeah, 226.
Miles inside. Oh, good goal this is.
Get in there, 2-1 Arsenal.
Ethan and Nweri.
Yeah,
he's done what Saka usually does. And he's hit it quite as good as Saka as well.
Yeah.
Saka's found his competition, guys.
The Arsenal. How fairly confident are you for Monday? Saying there. Yeah, we'll take a draw. I mean, playing Chelsea on Monday night, so we tend to do pretty well on a Monday night football, but it is Chelsea. We get another point. I mean, obviously 3 points would be even better, but currently how we are, take a point. Michael Cho saying, no need for Durant. We're getting Isaac in the summer. Oh, yeah, look, another one thinks they're going to get him. Another one who thinks they're going to get
story him. Again.
Dear me. Here we go.
If you say it enough times, there's a feeling that it will sort of talk it into existence.
Evening, Darren. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Michael, please is saying, all Project Youth is getting them young, selling to balance PSR. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about it, really. Good evening to Words and Pictures. There's a talking nipple at the bottom of the screen. Yes. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Good evening, Daz. Hope you're well.
Yeah, it's quite a big nipple, that. I mean, it is called. It's slightly erected, that nipple as well.
Yeah, maybe a good job you've got your camera off at the moment, if that's the case.
I mean, I'm laid out on the sofa thing, so I'm comfortable and relaxed, and you know.
Oh, it's off the bar.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, fellas. I thought you had an orgasm then. It sounded like, but.
Oh no, that's Tony that does that. Tell you what I'm sort of interested in is this Matthias Tell that we're looking at from Bayern. All of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, now all of a sudden I want to leave. So yeah, that's an interesting deal that's sort of come out of nowhere. Pacey, a bit of individual skill and good age profile. A loan deal might be on the cards for a striker signing. Anything to bench Rasmus, I say. So I'm interested by what I'm seeing. Man City are getting slapped up by a Belgian waffle, and PSV have come back to 2-2 with Liverpool.
Wow. So, yeah, some good results out there at the moment, yeah.
They've saved best until last for Champions League action.
Yeah, it's true. Mama's saying about Michael Chelsea and obviously the Isaac thing. The lad is delusional. Michael Bleeds is saying that this is our form. Monday Night Football, 1-10, drawn 1, lost 0. So, looks good for us. Good evening, Gorgeous. How are we doing, old man? Good to see you. Good evening to yourself. And also, usual Fuzzy. Good evening,
I don't even know those guys.
Well. And also, good evening to the better half of the Herberts. Good evening, lads. Hope you're keeping good. Loads of goals going in tonight in the Champions League first half. Yeah, we're just saying some good results going in. And scores.
Big up, Dick.
Bruges scored. Yeah, City are losing. So, yeah. Pepsi saying, Pep getting sacked in the morning. Richard saying, Anthony's watching Arsenal versus Bristol City Ladies FA Cup half-time. Arsenal 4, Bristol City 0.
Yeah. No, I'm watching Champions League game, Rich.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Man City 1-0 Bruges. Ace saying, Pogba interested in United return. Oof.
Yeah,
they're soups, though.
That's something I've noticed, because there's social media posts. Like out of nowhere, he's posting a cartoon picture of him and Amad Diallo both wearing United shirts. I'm like, what? You're at a club. You're not really doing anything. Not really going to play for Juventus ever again. And you're all of a sudden speaking very glowingly of Manchester United. You're like, oh yeah, it's all looks all good over there. Like, oh yeah, I've got no quarrel, no beef with them, and it's like, yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? That it's just going to happen. Even though I don't rate this move. I mean, some people who have like these stands profile picture of players on their socials, and like, yeah, I love this player. Oh yeah, give me some of that. Give me them comps. They're all nutting. They're all nutting all over the place with this potential news that he'll come back to United. Pog back. Pog back. Pog back. Like what is this? It's like WWE return, Stone Cold Steve Austin, except it's not Stone Cold. It's more like Bill Gilberg or Goldberg. It's like the Goldberg rip-off keeps turning up. It's every week's the return.
He's happening for us. Pogba, Rashford, he's staying. I'm loving it. So if I'm loving it, you should be loving life at Man United in a minute.
Trust, you can't get the deal for Ollie Watkins over the line, mate. All the doors are closing, yeah. The only one that's opening wider and wider is the door to Rashford. He's poking his head around that door. It's like, hello, Anthony.
Well, if he did, I'm going to slam that door
London.
I'll open that door and he'd be stood there and I go, all right, Rashford, what do you want? You go, why? I go, no, you're not. Fuck off. Right. And I shut the door.
It's one of those things, Anthony, right? So it's those things where you close the door and you think, locked him out. And he just turns up behind you. It's like, what? Sorry, who was that outside?
Should be one of those.
Cartoon skits.
Good evening, Arsenal, man. Good to see you. Blake, good evening, he's saying. Pepsi saying, Bristol City ladies, all part-time farmers.
They are.
Michael Bleed saying, Gooners 2-1 up. And old man, Arsenal bid for Watkins and Saudi bid for Duran. Yeah. One's going to Saudi, the other one's not going at all. They still stay at Villa. Anthony watching Charlton versus Bristol Rovers from last night. Good evening, James Bong. Good evening, fellow Irons. Good evening to yourself.
James Bong.
Tony, what do you think about the Chelsea game? I think we've got a good chance. I mean, Monday night, we do very well on a Monday night. Hopefully, we may have Somerville back for that game. I don't know about Bowen, but I think we've got a good chance to put up a fight against them. I mean, we can't complain with the last result we've had. Getting a point out of that was really decent.
You ought to set up a protest team saying we want Monday night football.
Yeah,
I mean,
we play every game on Monday night? Can we play every Monday night?
Yes, Richard, we'll still be doing that. Unfortunately, my actual laptop, some idiot at work managed to throw a pint of water over it as they were kind of knocked their glass over. So it's drawing on the radio at work at the moment. So I had to use my work computer. So, still do the predictions, put them in as normal, and I will make sure.
You missed out last week.
Yeah, Mr. Herbert?
Yeah, he didn't post it in the chat unless he
didn't.
Thank you, mate.
He didn't post it. Tony's got about 6 weeks worth of predictions to catch up on now.
That's easy enough.
Got 6 weeks worth of rigging to do to catch up back to the top of the table. He's got to contact the FA, the Premier League FA. It's like, guys, could you make sure that the final results for this next weekend are exactly what I've written down here?
I mean, the Aces is putting here. Do you think this is more realistic for you, Anthony? Villa want around between 100 and 150 million for Watkins.
No, that's way too dear. I'm not being funny. If it was an Isaac at the start of next season, I mean, I think you'd go cheaper than 150. To be honest with you, you'd be more looking along the lines between 85 to 100 mil. Let's say 100 mil. That's more realistic. I mean, we've touched on it before, team. Teams don't like selling their best players halfway through the season, don't they? They want to keep all of them. So, and this is exactly the same as with Ollie Watkins. I guarantee you, if we put a bid in for him at the start of next season, we most probably would have got him for about 65, depending on the Duran situation, technically.
Yeah, well, it seems that it's got a fair bit of meat on that one, isn't it? I think it looks like he is going to be Saudi bound.
Yeah,
which is strange, really, because I mean, he's out. What's he? 20 is he at least?
Yeah,
he's got potential. PSV have gone 3-2 up against Liverpool now. They've got the chance, to do well. And not being funny, if it weren't for Sullivan in the first place, he could have been with us in the summer. But we know the story there. And then them 2 piss takes we did again. And then obviously, like, we look at you with Watkins. I mean, like you said, his age is one thing. I mean, Duran, though, for his age of the years, that's one we should have got over the line ages ago. But at the moment, I mean, Colin Sear saying, we'd nice to get 2 to 3 new players in, considering Potter. We're starting to pick our game up. Paqueta and Kudos, their game has improved. I agree on that one. They definitely have. But it just shows how the potty training working wonders. Potty training. That's brilliant. Because, as always, I was saying earlier, this Evan Ferguson one looks a bit iffy there.
Yeah, I've heard rumours that we was linked with him as well, Tim. Just like a loan deal sort of thing. But is he the answer for Arsenal? I know it brings in a player, and obviously it brings in, that bit more depth. What we're crying out for, but he's not really a main goal scorer. If Brighton wants to get rid of him on loan, it tells you everything really about that player, doesn't it? So
yeah. I mean, look, just these ITK people, it makes you laugh. Good evening to Lynn. Hope you're well. Do you think we will sign anyone, lads?
West Ham, I imagine you probably will, but it won't be until like deadline day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing us. I mean,
Yeah.
look, this has just come through now from Give Me Sport. I'm actually going to call it Give Me Strength. West Ham have agreed personal terms with Ajax striker Brian Broby on a £100,000 a week deal, according to TalkSport journalist Alex Crook.
He's a crook anyway, so
Yeah,
that's the name suggests. Crooked reporting. But
I think the problem there, Lynn, is always, we hear all these things, and it's either like as Fuzzy said, we'd either get one over the line at the last minute, or it'll be that same old thing. We tried our best, but you're going to get that going on.
Yeah.
to be fair, though, I think Brian.
Did any of you see that flyer at Man City Stadium?
Yeah, no. It was some kiosk thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was some kiosk. It went up in that. Obviously, they're obviously in the Champions League playing at home tonight. But I mean, bloody hell! Be thankful that obviously nobody was injured, and they've got the firefighters. They doubted the fire out on time, ready before the game to start. But they checked over it and said it. Obviously they've got to. I think by the sounds of it, it sounds like it's an electrical fault. So I've been reading, but anything's possible.
I suppose as long as no one's been injured, that's the key thing, isn't it? Really, is that?
Yeah.
Arsenal signing Delap from Ipswich. Arteta said he'd been looking for this player for the last 4 months. He said with his long throws, it's another set piece we can score from.
Nah, don't sign Delap. Sign that bloke from what's it? Tamworth. Is it Tamworth or
Tamworth? Yeah, Tamworth.
Yeah, the guy that's synonymous with his long throw-ins. The amount of times that he's had like assists because he kept throwing the ball into the box straight onto heads.
That's brilliant.
That's who Arsenal should sign. I can't remember his name.
I know the one you're on about. Old man saying here, would you take 85 million for Kudos now, or should we keep him because Paqueta probably banned next season? I think keep him. Got to keep him.
Keep him and just go out and sign Brian.
Does he want out, Routine?
Sorry, mate?
Kudos, he don't want out, does he?
I don't think he does now. I think obviously if Lopetegui had stayed longer, I think we would have seen some movement in this window. But I think if anything, we may. Summertime is going to be interesting because when you think of the last one, clubs had a chance to trigger his release clause, and that I think was the 1st of July. People in the chat might correct me, but no one came in for him. So, but I would keep him.
Yeah, keep him there. It's different if a player wants out of a club. Obviously, if you can get that much sort of money for him, you would sell. But,
yeah, agree on that. I think we said before, though, Anthony, it's a case of where Lopetegui destroyed all credibility of what the team was all about, put us, starting to put a bit of a stamp on it, and you could see. I mean, look, we look at the set, the game on the weekend, how we came back in and got the point. It was a game of 2 halves, definitely, but it showed you that there was some fighting there. Under the Lopetegui era, then they would have been going 2 or 3 dealing down at that stage. Big up DJ Crane. Arsenal are shite.
To be fair, though, I think Brian Broby would actually be a good signing.
I think so. I mean, look, it's got to be. We know full well we can't rely on Danny Ings. God bless his soul. I mean, he'll run his socks off, which ain't much, but we do need something different. That's for sure.
God rest his soul. What's happened to him?
His earpiece, mate. That's what I feel.
The toupee.
I was going to get that thing so it'd be like that, but like he's got. She's saying, guaranteed I'm not selecting Arteta as my FPL assistant manager, which is now available. As I say, motherboard on your laptop needs to be replaced from water damage. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So the water went out with your laptop, Tone. Just say it was like Arsenal out the yeah, man. Yeah, it weren't exactly pleased.
Who knocks it? Can you name and shame them?
No.
No?
No, not live, just case.
Oh, right. I take it as the...
Yeah. Liverpool losing, yes, you've just seen that, yeah. So,
what happened Sunday, then?
Eh?
After the show, the Sunday night takeaway, what happened after that?
Oh, pizza delivery, mate.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Richard says, how come Boxes B2D? You paid 100 million for Declan Rice. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Michael. Yeah, lots of bids are just to please the fan base. We tried, yeah, and that's the same old we're getting from Sullivan and his tactics. Bloody awful, man. I mean, we want to see something done. We need to, and he should have addressed that because it's clear and evident we need it. Good evening, Stephen. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Mike was saying, how can clubs buy a loaner player that's still out for another 6 weeks?
Yeah.
So which player is that again? Sorry.
I think that's the thing. Who's the one that was recently? It was like that. Well, I'm trying to myself now. Mark, I have to put it in first, and I would just. Who was it now? Oh, gone. Did have it. Gone. Daz says, any news on West Ham signing anyone? Well, I say that Ezekiel guy that should have been here on Friday. We get told 24 hours and he'll be here. It'll be a done deal. It's all imminent. No sign.
You know what, Tony? You were like Mikel Arteta then. You turn round to the bench. Look what who's going to come on?
Ferguson.
He's going to be... Oh, fuck, he's gone now. Oh, I don't know. That was... You had an Arteta moment.
For you, but the thing is, though, with this Ezekiel fella, you look over your shoulder and that, and all of a sudden, is he here? Not even signed him.
Oh, he's busy completing side quests before he goes into the next chapter. So you can't go back and recomplete them otherwise. That's what he's doing. He's traveling the world right now. He's just like, just please keep the transfer to West Ham open for me. I just got to go do like these several hundred other things first.
Yeah, but you know what, lads? I can't wait until the second half. I'm going to come out and see what Arsenal play like because apparently at half time they've gone in now for their yoga session. So,
yeah. How many lemons do they have out in Girona?
Oh, they what it is I'm glad you actually said the word lemon first. What it is, they place the lemon between their kneecaps, between their knees, and they've got to roll it around into a ball, around between their legs, sort of thing. And apparently is inspiring, and it helps more control the ball. So obviously, if we do lose tonight, we can't blame the actual ball itself. So,
yeah, this will be his excuse this time. Michael Joyce saying Al Hilal linked to Mohamed Salah in the summer, given Neymar's departure from the club. Should be Friday when Neymar is announced as a Santos player.
Well, yeah.
I see as well. Gerrard is leaving the Saudi club as well.
He's gone. Yeah.
He's gone.
£15 million a year he was on. And he just literally said, look, because apparently the club struggles. Is one of those teams like a Man United or a West Ham of this season. So I've read. And they said that, they should be trying to get the team higher. But obviously with the expectations was way too high. Obviously the team failed and Steven Gerrard failed of getting them to like say the top 6 or something like that. And obviously that's why he's taken he's stand down.
Wow. Well, fair play to him in that respect. Tony DJ Green saying no more money for Arteta. Teta means breast in Spanish. 800 million on implants. I need to get redone. Silicon has popped. No more money for Arteta.
No, I prefer my breast.
Breast. What do you think about this one? Obviously, Arsenal have managed to get the red card overturned for Skelly.
Yeah, I mean, I read that. Do you know what, Tim? There's some fans is going to say, well, it shouldn't have been, and there's some fans that says that it should have been. I'm glad it was overturned because it's like what I said on Sunday night show. We see that sort of tackle, whether it's our teams playing or watching other teams, it's neutral fan sort of thing. We see it in everyday football, even in the Championship. We see it. So I'm glad it's got overturned. Listen, if it wasn't overturned, do you know what I mean? We would have been arguing for no reason. So obviously they must have had another look at it and actually looked at the video evidence and said, right, yeah, we can overturn that. So everybody that literally did say it was a sending off, technically, it really wasn't, was it?
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, like, you could, as we had the debate on Sunday, when you see the studs up a certain height,
yeah,
but it's how it's, it's the referee, what they interpret at that point. But you managed to get it overturned. But Arsenal were saying, had the fans shown 10% of the same passion to pressure the manager and the owners, maybe we'd have won something all those years ago. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm glad that referee is not refereeing our game on the weekend. Rumor has it he's refereeing I think it might be the Southampton's got, so there's no worries. But there is a rumor, there's a possibility he could be refereeing Monday night's game, which means that'd be your game thing.
Oh, fucking hell. That says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That could be worse. Could be whoever plays Arsenal next can have what's his face, the guy that we had on oh Jesus, the guy that we had in the FA Cup game. I mean, Arsenal should have him every single week. You might stand a chance of winning everything.
True. Michael Bleeds is saying, won't be deadline day for West Ham. We're playing Chelsea away, of course. Yeah, that's true.
No, Fuzz. Come on, you won the game. You won the game fair and square.
Yeah,
brilliant referee. I thought he was. If a referee can get man of the match, that referee was my man of the match.
You got Ravi. Old man was saying, was the fire at City where they kept their accounts?
Probably. It's an inside job, guys. It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. Yeah, I think all the
controlled fire.
Yes, that all the paperwork for FFP has now been destroyed.
Yeah, it's all been cleared. Matt saying for you, Fuzzy, is it Tom Tonks for Tamworth? Yeah. That's the geezer.
What a name, Tom Tonks.
Tom Tonks. Michael Chelsea saying Howard Disasi won't be playing for West Ham, given that Chelsea's his parent club. It was a loan deal. It's a shame, isn't it? Good evening, Howard. How are you? Good evening to all you beautiful people. Come on, your wines. Must decide after Villa, Michael Chelsea. Yeah. Ravi saying, Man United stealing from Arsenal's academy. That young Arsenal lad even going to hell with the Red Devils at United. There you go, look, rubbing it in for you.
Yeah.
He'll come out a demon. We'll sell him for 50 million.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, look, so Kudus has a 1 month release clause of 85 million in June only. Otherwise, we can ask for what we want. So that particular month, he's worth that much as a release clause.
Bloody hell. You could turn around and say, right, well, in that case, then we want 125 million for him.
Yep. Just that month, though, yeah. Look, Kudus is coming to the bridge in the summer. Blimey, everyone's going to... Look, another load of players they're signing. Liverpool bottling it tonight, lost a 2-1 lead, and they're losing 3-2. Yeah, seen that, Ravi? Broby played with Kudus and Alvarez in the Ajax team. Oh, so there you go. It's a nice link-up if that's the case. Lynn's asking, do you think we need... Oh, definitely. Do we need a new defender this window? Mav, very suspect. Yeah, I mean, I like to think that with Potter, he's addressed the issues. If we can't get it in this window, then hopefully in the summer, we'll start seeing some new players coming in and hopefully get rid of people like Mavropanos. I mean, don't get it wrong. He can be okay at times, but very few and far between, unfortunately. But yeah, I think we definitely need to get a new defender, that's for sure. Maybe more than one. City getting knocked out as it stands, losing Coley there, indeed, Ravi?
Yes.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, look. So, yeah, look, he's still... Yeah, Evan Ferguson is still injured. The West Ham way. Let's buy him, he's injured. Colin's saying, I would not be surprised if Kudos is still at the club next season. He's playing and his football is enjoyable now. Keita is playing well, but with his possible ban, he's going to be hard to replace. Yeah, let's see what happens. City's still waiting, so hopefully that'll be the same with Paqueta. West Ham looking at National League players now. Money must be tight. Yoga, Samba, and reach arounds at half time, Anthony. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we'll see how they perform in the second half. They're right now playing, but do you know what, team? They actually look a bit relaxed.
Who's on the floor? Is that Jesus on the deck there, or is that Timber?
That's Timber.
Timber. Yeah.
Did they shout out at the same time? That looks exciting. That is. Oh, yeah, clocked him. Nothing much in it, though. Usual saying, Bobby was a starting target. Apparently, that's why Sullivan was Everton's second thoughts. Miko Arteta, what a criminal for Arsenal and their fans just blindly back him. Yeah. Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah. Arabic and Scouse don't mix with Gerard. They were saying that. Hello. Yeah, look, for the Skelly one, look, red card all day long. Yeah, we already discussed that, didn't we, Sunday? Slippy G has slipped again. Slippy G.
Probably was walking down a flight of stairs and slipped over and fell to the bottom, and they all looked at him like, yeah, this guy ain't it. He isn't it.
Oh, there you go, look. So he's reffing the Merseyside derby, apparently. So at least it's not us then. Yeah, look, you just say for Skelly, red card and 6 months in the scrubs. It was that bad.
It was.
Mind you saying that, Anthony, when you watched him the last game he played, he was putting himself around a little bit.
He was, but in all fairness, Tone, I like that. You know, defenders like that. I don't like defenders that's afraid to, make the tackle. But obviously, we all know the rules. If you're on a yellow, keep your feet on the floor. Do you know what I mean? And then you can make a tackle. Yeah.
Bring that in his game.
Yeah, obviously you make a tactical decision and take him off during the game because you feel like, well, I don't want him to get a red card and he's got to miss a game or whatever, So on tactical decisions, that's what we've got to do because it's the size of our squad as well, team. To be honest with you, I mean, if Man United bastards they keep buying our product youth, we
Obi Martin scored again tonight as well. By the way, sort of let him know.
Yeah, Steve equalised as well. The thing is, though, on that, Anthony, why can't you keep hold of the youth if that's the case?
I know. The trouble is, though, we've got a good youth, not the best, but we have got a good youth policy. And, with Mertesacker, he sees talent. And it just seems like we're selling him. I'm not too sure how much this guy went for Fuzz. Did he go for?
I honestly don't know what the figure is, but it was not any I don't think it's anywhere in the millions at all.
No, it's not.
Probably would be like what Garnacho came to United as, like 600k.
Yeah, and then
similar situation.
I think it comes down to the wages as well. Obviously, these youth players, they want more, in wages. But with us, we're like thinking, well, yeah, you can, but here's the limit that we're going to, and you've got to accept it. But obviously, they don't accept it, and if other teams are going to offer more in wages, they're going to go.
So it was quite a nice deal. Was this Patrick Dorgu deal? 25 mil. Up front with then I think that's like 4.5 million add-ons. Realistic but hardish to achieve add-on bonus payments, and then his wages 30k a week.
30k.
That's a far cry from offering players 150, 200k a week.
Yeah.
Just to not really do an awful lot. So if ever doesn't work out with this guy, then it should be quite a straightforward sale. It's easier to get rid of him. The wages are low enough for anybody else to come along and go, yeah, no, we're happy to pay that.
Yeah.
And his demands aren't overzealous. So I think
Yeah, that's true.
It's worked out to being a good deal. It's just a matter of how well we can progress him.
Yeah. Going back to that commenting, obviously Duran is around about 65 million.
Yeah,
Don't
I just
that,
say about that.
don't that, in all fairness, don't that piss you off to a certain extent with Sullivan knowing that it was only £7.5 million more than what you put in?
Yep. And there's the same in the summer, mate. We had to do exactly the same thing, and no doubt we would have got that player over the line. And we're doing exactly the same thing. And then you see that figure there, and that kind of sums us up, really. It does sum us up. Yeah, Maverick Pony problems, he lacks concentration. And that's where we lose out on these deals. Unless we get a chairman that's going to, understands we've got to buy players, just spend the money, as you said. If it was £8 million, £7.5 million, £7 million, just put the money forward. Eh? You'll get that back in no time. Question: Anthony Watkins. I know he's 29, but would you take him for goals for 2.5 years? Well, I suppose 29, you're still going to get something out of him. I mean, well, look, until he got injured. Antonio was 34, so with Watkins, I think you'll get a few more years out of him, and
I think
you'll get goals.
Yeah, I think we'll get goals. I mean, it's just that when the striker gets older, they lack in pace, don't they? But do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean, for forever, what it is we get for him. When you break it down to the years, like let's say 5 years till he's 34. If it's 80 million, obviously you break that down, sort of thing. So for 4 years, that works out 20 obviously £1 million a season, sort of thing. Which, when you look at it that way, is not too bad. But I mean, I just find it ludicrous when people want to spend £100 million on players that's almost 30, because you don't know how long they got left in the game, another 3 or 4 seasons. So
that's true.
Different if he was younger. If he was like Duran's age, or 25 maybe, then I'll say I'll all be for it. Don't get me wrong, I would love Ollie Watkins at Arsenal. I would do. I suppose I'm moaning because it's the price range that we're going to pay for him. But look, this is football. Every footballer's got a value. They got a certain market, haven't they? A price tag that they slap on them. So
true.
It is what it is.
I mean, on that though, mate. I mean, if they're saying they've rejected 60 million, and apparently you're going to go in with a second bid, how much more are they going to up it to? I mean, Colin, sorry, before you answer, mate, look, I do not want Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's for sure.
I don't know, maybe probably another 10 mil, 70, 75 maybe, another 10, 15 mil. But, I mean, it proves he's crying out for a striker. But if that was the case, why didn't you do it in the back end of January, within the first week? Why has he left it 5 days before the actual window shuts, knowing he was going to play tonight in the Champions League game as well?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. PSG are doing all right, they've fallen up. Heard about Mr. Blobby being linked to West Ham. Yeah, Michael Blaze is saying Pep's been booked as well. It just shows you when things are going bad when your manager gets booked. The youth players at Arsenal probably better than most of the first team. That's not bad shit. And Ravi's saying, why would a youth player at Arsenal take a low wage when criminals like Zinchenko and Havertz and Sterling are nicking a big living? Yeah, that's true. Michael Chelsea's saying, Newcastle will have a tough summer in terms of trying to keep all of their top players. I don't think so, actually. I don't think so. I think, with anything, all they've got to do is kind of buy a couple more. City have just gone 2-1 up. Ordonez has scored an own goal for them.
Yeah. Is he cup tied that? I'm not too sure if he was playing champion. Is that Mamouche? Is he in the lineup tonight?
No, so he's not cup tied. It's just you can't register because it's still not the next phase of the competition yet.
Mm.
So it's a bit like the old
right.
Champions League format where usually the group stage would be wrapped up before Christmas. This time around, there's still a couple of league games left, so you can't register them until you get into the knockout. So I think City will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief if they can just sneak in so that they can actually register all of their 3 players in the squad.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they didn't get through then.
Yeah.
We need Bruges to get another goal. At least a draw. The City will be where they will head out to the competition. So it's a must-win for them, but hopefully they can get a draw, at least Bruges.
Obviously, you're saying about Zinchenko and that. Obviously, Ravi's also added, even the guy spinning Spotify, the Emirates Stadium, he's a criminal nicking a living with a poor choice of music.
Yeah. I think, what was it he turned down? I think he offered 2.5 billion back then to buy Arsenal. And
Daniel
the
Ek was that.
Contes, yeah.
Wouldn't spend the money. They wouldn't take it, would they?
No.
Opponents, I think his plays on. Yeah, so Michael, your brother's put the predictions in. Michael Bleed saying need a chairman that is just a chairman. Let your staff do their jobs. Yeah, exactly. If staff got it
Thank
wrong,
you, Michael. Totally agree 100%. Let the chairmans do their jobs and let the manager manage the team and bring in the players.
Yeah, and that's what it should be. Really, it should be like that.
Yeah. So hopefully, if Fuzzy was the Man United manager, he'd be going through all the Tamworth players, and especially the guy with the long throw.
Long throw.
Tommy Tones.
Fuzzy Phil.
So Forteta shouldn't get another single penny, only P45 instead. Well, I suppose it depends how your season goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would you do business with a dwarf wearing a black latex dildo suit? Yeah, true, Howard. I mean, it's just annoying, man.
A latex black dildo suit.
What's your top man?
Oh.
You hear about Brentford, Brighton, etc. They just run the club, not the job. Spot on, absolutely spot on, and that's what it should be.
Yeah.
We've got a chairman that likes getting involved a bit too much, really. And they're all putting the scores in, the City being that scoreline up.
I think Aston Villa are going 3-2 up.
Yeah. That Rodgers, is he going to be in for the third goal? Not coming up yet. Arsenal signed that player, freaking no one. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I think we got him on the cheap, actually. I think it was just under £1 million. So.
Michael should just buy the FA and fuck PSR off. God, that would be a delight. Seeing anything change at that point onwards.
That's Watkins.
There you go. See, Ollie Watkins, and ironically, it's on the 60th minute.
Fucking hell! It is, 60 minute. Fucking hell!
It's written in the stars. Football scripted.
Yeah. See, £1 million a minute. Wankers. He could have accepted that at least, couldn't they?
You know what I mean?
Well, at least he can pick and choose when he wants to score.
Oh yeah, true.
If he's an Arsenal fan, he might choose to score every minute and end up with 90 goals scored per 90.
Arsenal is saying the only Duran I know is Duran. I want top-notch strikers, not just run of the mill.
Her name is Ria.
Man, see it through then. Yeah, whoever they stays like it, they will be. Usual saying, yeah, obviously just score for Bayern. Yeah, Mr. Kane.
Atletico Madrid enjoying their night as well. 4-0 up away to Salzburg. So we're linked with one of their players, Salzburg, the attacker Nene. Or there is Nene. Yeah.
Is his first name that's as well? Nene.
Actually, no, that's his last name.
Nene.
Yeah.
Dad's just saying, do you think Potter will be at West Ham for a long time? I think
Yeah.
he will be. Yeah, I think he will be. I agree on that. I think he'll get things right there. You know, and as long as he gets that bit sorted out and the ball back him and he get the players he wants, then yeah, I think we'll see a lot of difference. So I think he'll be around for a while there. Daz, maybe 3-4 years at the most, as you know, as a minimum. But who knows? 3-2 Watkins there. Ravi's saying, question for all: is it better for Man United to sign these lower cost players or to have better games and their value increases? So the stars that fans will say they're only there for the money.
I think so. I'd be honest with you. I think I said it on Saturday Night Show. With the players that Mikel Arteta has brought in, for some particular reason, we can never make a profit on one player. You know, we always got to sell him at a loss. You think, well, what's the bloody point in that?
This is true.
I think with Man United, there's one thing that I want to watch out for, is that we don't just turn our club into a factory of just players being signed on the cheap and then selling them all for the profits, and actually have players that we can sign that actually improve the team and get us into positions of winning trophies. I think I'm just like, it'll be good to see Man United actually going after like emerging talents, but I want to also see them putting money on the table for the players that actually do improve the team. And overall, I think, will we see that? I think there's possibilities that we do. I mean, certain targets that we are still linked with at the moment, despite signing all of these academy prospects from other teams' academies. I'm hoping that we can just find that balance that helps us regenerate the team, rebuild the team, and get us into a stronger position.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to go down to one of the comments because it kind of falls in line with what Ravi said and what you're saying here. And I agree with because this is why I was thinking this, but Michael's already beat me to it. He's saying wages are the root cause of PSR. Overpaid. Look at Man United's wage bill for 1 year. What is it, Fuzzy? About £200 million a year?
I'm not actually sure, to be honest.
Can't be far off of that.
I mean, when you think...
I know it'd be significantly less now because Anthony's gone on loan to Betis, and Betis, for some weird reason, were insistent on paying at least 84% of his wages, which is madness. But
no, I'm here. All right.
You're here.
The Anthony that has talent.
Well, yeah, he's definitely
How many keepy uppies can you do? How many times can you spin around in the circle with the ball?
The last time I checked was 50.
50.
When was that you checked it?
Oh, that was back in my prime ago.
True. Why you can't work out the wage bill there, Fuzzy? Richard's putting here, Tone. How's all the West Ham players been so far this winter with the heat and allowance cut? Well, lucky enough, they've got blankets put around their legs as they do the team talk at half time. They do think about them. They've been very nice. So thanks for the concern, Richard. We always love that. Thank you, mate.
That's all right, Rich. We donated them sleeping bags as well. With the heaters in them. So it's
yeah, the heaters. Ravi's saying, he's one guy that loves and can't turn comment to gold. He did it at Sporting. I mean, I think when you look at it, as James from E20 says, I mean, I think he will get it turned around. It all depends how much backing he's going to get from this bloody Ineos group. Penta Villa, so apparently.
Yeah.
So that's been come through, yeah.
It's all right, John. I'm laughing at that Ravi's comment. I think the one that I don't know if you've read it out yet. You starred it.
We'll come back to that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Ace is saying Casemiro doesn't want to leave because Roma are refusing to pay up his wages. Wow.
Yeah.
Michael's also saying, who's the Arsenal player on 350,000 a week that could never sell, rinse the club for millions?
Ozil.
Oh, that's it. Ozil. Bloody hell. Blimey, it looks like usual saying, Mr. Penny. Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Penny. Well, it seems that Duran is not going apparently, according to the thing. But that's according to Sky Sports there. But believe that when you see it. Ravi's asking question. Fuzz, do you think it'll be the last-minute supermarket sweep win like Dale Winton for United tomorrow night?
So, wow. I think tomorrow night we just need to finish strong, guarantee us in the top 8, skip out an extra round of football, and the referee's booked Sterling for diving there. Yeah, I think just guarantee us into the top 8, and then we've got 2 less fixtures for the season. 2 Thursday night midweeks will be cleared off of the schedule. That'll be a little bit nicer, I have to say.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Liverpool back
Well,
on
I'll let you off, Fuzz. It was a dive.
James is just good evening, guys. Late on, just back from his summer holidays. Nice, mate. His eyes are offside.
His eyes are offside. His eyes are offside.
Rev is asking, Fuzz, did you dash your Anthony shirt in the bin when he left?
I never had an Anthony shirt. I refuse to buy Manchester United merch until the Glazers are gone.
No, he's on about that T-shirt you got with a picture of me on the front, Fuzz. You still got that one, ain't you?
Oh, no, I burnt that. It was cold in the room, so I
Sharky.
thought I'd just set it ablaze. I need to keep warm some way.
Bastard.
I kept the one with the wonky tree on it, though.
Oh, well, that's at least you've got something.
The tree means something to me.
It does.
The off-centered angle. That's it.
True. Let's have a look at this one from Sterling. Tripped over, never foul. Look at him, look, twat.
Sterling, you twat.
And he's got booked for it as well. Happy days, even better. Michael's saying Duran won't go to Saudi to ruin his career. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't do. According to Al Nasir, though, they reckon they've agreed to do in principle, and apparently he'll be expected to be paid 64.4 million. They're going to pay for him, plus bonuses, and they reckon he will go for a medical in London on Thursday.
Oh, bloody hell. I don't like that, Tim, because it makes you think with all these players, these strikers and these young ones, isn't it nice to just keep them in the Premier League to say, look, this is the talent that we've got here over in England in our Premier League. We're losing them.
Tell you what would be nice is if we can change the culture of football in this country, because everyone's going on about, the Premier League's the best league in the world. It's super fast and super amazing. I'm like, I feel like there's way too much like scripting to it. Like it's all boring. It's all, you expect certain things to happen at certain moments. It's just the standard, the average quality of Premier League football is actually quite low. You do a couple of these banger games that crop up because there's certain teams that just have that much of an off day. It makes it more entertaining. But it's like I'm watching this Girona Arsenal game. Girona are absolutely rubbish, by the way, but they're still having a go at it.
Yeah, they are.
I'd just like to see Prem teams, regardless of quality, just absolutely go for it every single game.
Exactly, Fuzz. And it's like that, just imagine if Newcastle's coming with, like, they received a deal for Isaac and he had to go abroad, whether it was playing in bloody, let's say Spain. And then Haaland, he ended up leaving and playing in bloody Spain as well. I mean, they'd turn around and go, well, who's the best striker in the Premier League at the minute? We'll have to turn around and say, Rasmus Højlund. Yeah, that's who we got.
I'm going to come back to Rabbi's question in a minute. I just want to quickly catch up the chat. And I want to talk about our games over the weekend, what we've had. They're all saying, Colin saying, gents, I certainly feel Liverpool could honestly get beat the weekend. Do you agree?
That Bournemouth they play, isn't it?
Signs of, Bournemouth, they've proved they could do that. No one expected that result against Forest. That's for sure. So
with an injury-ridden squad too.
Yeah.
This is very true. Rabbi saying, first talking about keeping warm reminds me of the sketch in The Young Ones when they throw their household items into a fire and Rick's record player. Yeah, I remember
I remember
that. Michael Blees is saying, best corrupt league in the world, the Premier League. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Sure did. Chilled away from the transfer fake news. Oh, James, we just talked about that earlier. Too much of it going on. Barcelona 2-1 up now, Pepsi saying. Ravi, the Premier is the best business in the world if you have money. Very true. 3-1 to City now. Savinho. 3-1 City, yeah, Mark saying. Is Duran really worth anywhere over 50 million unproven bench warmer?
I mean, in an ideal world, a realistic world, probably is about 40, 50 mil. Well, actually, that's a bit over the top. If you think about it like this, if the year is 2011 or 2010, and John Duran is a player you can buy, how much is he going for? What would his transfer fee be?
25 to 35 million, if that.
If that, yeah. I was going to say 25 mil. But it was more really. I mean, that was quite dear back then. 25 million pounds for a player.
True.
Yeah, now you look at that, and what have we got now? Oh God, they just scored his 2-2.
2-2 now. Yeah, 2-2.
Was it offside? No, offside.
Is it?
Yeah, offside. Donny van der Beek just had to play the ball early.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's still kind of no VR thing. Nothing's come up at the moment, but we'll see.
Oh, they don't. Well, they do have VAR, but at least with this, it's the offsides don't need the lines
It looks
drawn.
like it might be. Yeah, it looks like it could be. Yeah,
could be. Yeah.
Look how quick they make this decision.
Yeah, and we struggle in the Premier League.
There you go, straight away.
Bang,
within 30 seconds of the goal going in, is giving us offside. The Premier League would have spent a solid 2-3 minutes with that.
Yeah. What's the chances of you getting Donny van der Beek back then, Fuzz?
Nil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who his father-in-law is? Dennis Bergkamp. He's married his daughter.
Yeah. Got two kids with them with her now as well.
Yeah.
Interesting with this one here. Look, so Michael's saying, heard Netflix want all Prem games and willing to double Sky Sports and TNT. Wow. If that happens, that's be huge.
It would be huge, but in a minute, what's the average price a month now for Netflix? Is it about 14 quid a month?
Yeah, because I think they've upped their prices again, haven't they?
Oh, what the hell, ref? That Girona player just got fucking sent to the floor like bloody Rey Mysterio versus the Great Khali. What the fuck was that?
Oh, it was the grass, Fuzz. He slipped.
Arsenal Max asking, look at that back line, midfield forward, nothing in the spine. Is Partey right back again? No, he's actually not on the pitch anymore.
No.
He was at right back, but then Julian Tisper came on.
Skelly and Timberland's come on from Kiffy, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Timberland? Timberland?
Yeah.
Timberland.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
You could picture it now, can't you? Hey, I bought myself some timber boots, haven't you? Yeah, what, Timberland? Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I screwed these studs into him myself.
Porto booked for simulation as well.
Great stuff.
Don't think that was simulation, but
Semi-automatic offsides. Yes, of course. That's probably the reason why it's quicker. Yeah, because we've got them coming in soon, haven't we?
That's a foul.
Sharky's saying, where
Make
are
it
the
quick.
so-called world-class players in the Premier League? Most of the teams are full of decent players, it seems.
He's right. He's absolutely right. We've already touched on it, haven't we, Tim? And I said it's mainly okay. I know you can get top quality midfielders and defenders, but strikers. Do you know what I mean? That's what we love to see in the Premier League. Look at years ago, Ian Wright, Teddy Sheringham, Jurgen Klinsmann, Robbie Fowler, Michael. The list was bloody endless. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like every single one of like the top 6, top 4, top 6 teams had like 2 or 3 players that were absolutely stand out world class, and then the rest of the players were just like upper ends that would probably today be the world class players, the average squad players back then. So
yeah. Oh, I forgot one person from that list. If you can remember, Ian Dowie from West Ham. That's handsome bastard.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they modelled him for the Goonies film. Aces is saying TNT Sports is now £30 a month, which is ridiculous when you think about it. Really,
It is, yeah. I mean, what's Sky? Sky's like what, £45 a month, isn't it, for Sky Sports? Yeah.
5-0 to the Arsenal. So let's talk about our games over the weekend, because obviously I said we can't do the predictions, but if you can put them through the chat, or through the community page, as always, those that do it. Anthony, 1-0 win. What did you make of that game?
Wolves. Well, we talked about it earlier, didn't we? We talked about it earlier, didn't we? Obviously, with Skelly and the sending off, and I give my views and opinions on that on Sunday. For me, it wasn't a sending off. Personally, I didn't really think though. It didn't surprise me why Wolves didn't put the pill in, because it was. If anything, I didn't think that was a sending off with Wolves. To be honest with you, that tackle, he was going for the ball. I know it was a bit of a lunge, but listen, it happens in football. But it just seems like to me, the footballers are more protected now than what it was like years ago.
Yeah,
and it's stupid, really. But yeah, going back to the game. Oh God, I know West Ham want a striker. Do you know what, team? I was trying to palm off Eddie Nketiah to you. Can you please buy Kai Havertz? That guy had 3 or 4 chances in that game, and he balls up every single one with a header. And I mean, you're not talking 12 yards out. You're talking at least 2 bloody yards out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how the fucking hell could you miss from 2 yards out? Seriously. So there was that, and I mean, a lot of Arsenal fans are they do slate cauliflower, but in all fairness, he saved the day. Obviously getting the goal in that, and it was a rightly timed substitution, and he come on and scored the goal. I mean, he scored a goal tonight, and obviously he got disallowed because he was offside. But with him, he seems to be at the right places, sort of like at the right time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get that goal. I don't mind him, to be honest with you, team. Calafiore. I know this comes as a shock, but I mean, he's got to get used to the English Premier League after coming in from Bologna, where we signed him from. But in all fairness, there was only going to be one winner. Let's be honest, and it was the mighty Arsenal.
Jesus, but are you happy with a 1-0? Because I mean, when you think about it,
you have to be. Look at where we played. You know what I mean?
It is true, and not being funny when you think about it. Wolves had a bit of form going. I mean, after you just kind of touched on, as Michael Blee said, Wolves were 2 yellows. Cannot appeal that. It's true, because I forgot it's 2 yellows. But I mean, Wolves got to be disappointed considering their previous games, and I suppose in certain respects they should have seen you as an easy target to pick off. But okay, 1-0 is 1-0. It's 3 points in the bag. But yeah, I mean, we've seen some kind of reactions from certain Arsenal fans that are not happy with that result, just having 1-0.
No, no, we're not. I mean, I wasn't happy with it. I mean, if Kai Havertz would, I mean, that was a game that Kai Havertz could have scored an hat-trick, you know.
No, it's true.
And I mean, we could have won that 4-0, but obviously, give it to Kai Havertz is due. We've got an excuse with him because he's like a Primark player playing in the Premier League, isn't he? So, you know, that's what he's like. But listen, I mean, we got a clean sheet. We scored a goal. It's 3 points, and we've just got to move on from that game. Basically, I'm not praising our setup. There's no way I'm going to be praising him up. Never. So, but unfortunately, it's like what we discussed. We've got Man City this weekend, and I'll be honest with you, Tone, I'm not very confident in that game. I'm seriously, because they've just recently found form, Man City as well.
Yeah.
So they're spiraling out of that dip. In all fairness,
Well, I mean, when you look at it, though, if they win that, you know, what's that? That'd be 44 points. So, no, they're not far off from you, mate. That's for sure. Sharky saying we don't need Everts. West Ham have got Souček.
And he's scoring goals. He's scoring goals at the minute. And you said you slated him, and I actually listened to you, and I took him out of my fucking fantasy football team. I'm thinking that's last time I listened to Tom.
That's why he's started scoring. It's because you took him out of your fantasy.
Exactly.
And I've gone fucking right down in that league now. I was top for a while.
You should listen to Tony a lot more.
I was saying, Kai Havertz can't eat a cow's ass with a bratwurst.
True.
And obviously going by the 8 wins, 13 draws, 1 loss in Serie A, 13 draws. Wow. The old lady has gone senile. When was the last time a big club sold us a top player? We sell ours to them.
Yeah.
You ain't really got top players now.
The last one's probably Alexis Sanchez.
Yes, true.
From Barcelona.
Arsenal Manic saying, I got happy thinking West Ham scored a late winner. Remember I told you had a penalty in play. You did. I mean, if you look at that game, I mean, it was definitely for West Ham. It was a game of 2 halves. First half, Villa, as I said on Sunday, I think they should have, as a Villa fan, when I did the watch along, surely as a Villa fan, you must feel like we should at least been a 2 or 3 and up before half time. Second half, good improvement from West Ham, and maybe that's a sign of things to come under Potter. We're starting to see a bit more fight in the team now, which is good. It was good to see it because Villa, as you know, they're not exactly a bad side, are they? What did you see in the highlights of the game?
The game was live, wasn't it? Was it at 4 kickoff?
Yeah.
I actually did watch that game too. Be honest with you, and there was spells that obviously you were playing. I mean, obviously going that goal down, and you can tell, even though it sounds stupid, but for some particular reason, you needed to go that goal down to go and get something back into that game.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you scored right at the end of the game, didn't you? And obviously got disallowed. But I said to you, I think it was on last week's show. I said, "Would you with Villa?" I said, "Tone, I can see it being a draw. Would you take a point?" And you said, "Yeah, I'll pull your arm off for a bloody point."
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, fair shout to you. I mean, you just plugged in. You didn't give up, you know, and that's what I like about teams. And you done that against Villa in that game. So you know, be happy with the 1-1 draw.
Like I say, we could have nicked it. I mean, it would have been a nice turnaround to get the 3 points on that one, but. I think you're right. The fact that we dug in, we looked a better side. We actually was passing the ball around quite nicely, supporting each other on the thing. And what was pleasing to see was actually the players hunting in packs. Because as I said, if that was a Lopetegui team, you know, we would have definitely would have rolled over. It was good to see people like Kudos, Paqueta putting a shift in. You know, you don't mind that. And even when Andy Irving came in, because everyone was screaming to see some of these players, you know, if we can do more of that, I'll be happy with it. I mean, good point Michael's put here about your game, Anthony, just going back on this. When Skelly gets sent off, he's saying the worst thing was the Arsenal fans on social media sending death threats to the referee. It's human error, get over it. I mean, that's the thing, it happens.
It happens. In all fairness, Tim, I don't agree with that. I mean, the referee is a classic act. That referee, in all fairness, he's all for Man City. I mean, if you see the Mark Goldbridge video, he did a short on it, and it was this particular referee and the games against it was like Man City and Man United, Arsenal, Man City, you know. And when you look back on those, you know, when you watch that video clip and you watch the highlights of those games back, Mark Goldbridge, he's actually right. Seriously, he's absolutely right. He's spot on, and he seems to favour Man City all of a sudden.
Interesting. I wonder what's brought that about, though.
I don't know. I think this was going back. I can't remember if it was going in. That video was either going back the beginning after this season, or if not, it was towards the end of last season. But that video, I mean, when you look at it, there's truth in it.
Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah, Usual's lost out 360 in an accumulator. Damn. Sharky saying, "Where's the referee for Monday, Tone?" Thanks, Sharky. Michael Atwell, he's not too bad.
He's not a bad referee, that Atwell. Fucking hell, I wish it was him. Referee joking.
Villa are playing back-to-back games, though. They are Arsenal, and if you look at it, what you want to do with games like that is try and take advantage of them. That's the key thing. When you've got teams doing that, that's, for me, that's part of the team talk. Right. They're only just the same thing. Let's get at them. You never know. It could happen. Saying, gentlemen, it would be nice if every club would think more about promoting players from the academies than rather pay big bucks for imports. But we know that never happened. But it could be interesting, and I agree on that. I mean, we all know all our three clubs used to do that. Used to promote through the roof for the youth, and we used to have quite a few talent come through. What
is that guy doing? Pinball in the box, and then he goes, "Oh, you know what? This ball's going to come straight past me." Yeah, handball. fucking idiot. Now this team's going to go 3-1 down to Arsenal.
Superb.
Who's going to take the penalty, I wonder?
Sterling.
Sterling.
You got Rice there. Oh, mind, Rice is taking the corner at the moment. Anyway.
You watch. It'd be Odegaard taking the penalty and he'll bloody miss.
No, it's Sterling. He's put the ball down
Sterling,
on the spot.
You're in front of me, first.
He's just saying, doesn't matter what referee club gets, they become lazy with VAR. And we were saying that, it's worse now. It's got a lot worse.
Yeah, it is worse. And what I would love to see, Tony, is at the end of the day, I always thought the final decision was from the referee, no matter what. And I mean, for VAR to make a decision, and they're saying they're actually making the decision to help out the referee to make it easier for the referee, obviously, but they're not, because everybody's slating VAR and the referee. If anything, I'd rather VAR be taken out of the game. And I'll keep saying it. I mean, we're all human and we all make mistakes, you know. But I mean, ain't the referee just better off going up to the monitor, looking at the monitor, and then that's it?
Yeah, and we don't see so much of that now, do we? You really see, you know, only rarely they go up to the actual thing itself. But I agree. I mean, if it's there, use them. I mean, not being funny, when you think of the fourth official, I've always said when we have the fourth official to give them more kind of what do you call it, authority. Because they're from the sideline, just like, you know, the managers are, like we are. They've got the best choice to make the decision. I'm just watching the replay on this Sterling penalty. Let's see him kind of lining up. Yeah, he don't look confident. Straight away, you can see his face.
Well, hopefully he'll be a West Ham player soon. But...
Villa's gone 4-2 up. And Rodgers has got a hat trick, and Watkins also missed a penalty as well.
Yeah.
Sterling's body language. Rice just got himself booked as well. Twat.
Twat.
Yeah, Sterling's body language tells me, I know you said he's missed. Wow, let's see there. Go on, keeper.
I think I would have had Odegaard take it myself. If that's saying
something.
That's
poor. That is poor. Nothing can, hardly any kind of. Mourinho, let's think now. Let's think. We're only 2-1, mate. Nothing to think about. You're through. Another twat. Jesus, they're all out today.
Passion merchant. All the Spanish fans are like, what the fuck is he doing? What's he doing? What's this? Telepathic. I don't
know if it's true, but that Mourinho apparently, I think I read somewhere that he's actually related to Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, or something along the line.
Cousin or something, yeah.
Bloody hell, Howard. Manic, my mate, lost 2k payout on West Ham 2 on Sunday. Showed me a win game to win the Yakka. Hammers was the last game, £5 stake. Oh, painful.
Bloody hell. He is sick like Mikel Arteta as well. Just imagine them, the family on Family Fortunes. What would they be called? The thick fucks, and they're there waving at the camera. Hello.
Yeah, but the thing is, what they'll be doing, Anthony, the camera will be like this. They'll be doing this. Hello. No,
hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Yeah. Who's on the subs bench now? I got. We asked 100 people, could Mikel Arteta win the league? No. Can you fuck? Oh, they get the top prize. It's not a.
Do you agree on this? I mean, like Michael's also put, the truth is most refs will go on the side of the so-called better clubs.
I don't know. I get the question, and sometimes it does look that way, but I really don't. I would have said years ago, definitely with Man United when Fergie was in charge of them, because you just get Fergie time, and 90% of the referees were Man United fans. We had all that, but now they can't be. What can you say? They can't have the favoritism in sport now, can they? There's got to be neutral.
It still is. I mean, what's his face? Michael Oliver. It's a Newcastle fan, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
I'm just looking at Skelly, how he's gone down like a sack of shit and all. He's definitely learned to be like an Arsenal player, hasn't
he? Yeah.
Useless. Rodgers hat trick, 4-2. That's why he sent it to me. He called me a right. See you next Tuesday. Can't even score from us from a spot kick. Arteta signing all these rubbish players from their rivals. Wow.
Yeah.
Sharky's game, no West Ham game next weekend as it's the FA Cup. Leyton Orient playing against Man City. Oh, dear. That'd be a game. FFS sending back is absolutely he's past it.
You ain't going to do a watch long for that, are you, Tom?
Yeah, I want to, mate. Yeah, get in there. Colin saying, Tony, I feel we will win. Potter will want to prove a point to Chelsea, be 2-1 win. Yeah, I've got that. That's what I'm going for and all. 2-1. Take advantage of it. It'd be very nice.
I mean, Paqueta got the goal on the weekend, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously he scored the other one. Do you know what? He's I've actually seen a difference in him under Potter in the West Ham games that I've been watching, and it seems like to me he should be playing in that number 10 role or number 8 role. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like is that 8 or 10 role that Paqueta? So I mean, he plays for Brazil, doesn't he? So and I feel that if he's got that freedom to run and attack, I think he will score more goals. But I think Potter can actually gradually see that now, because it's like what I said in that Villa game. Well, I'll be honest with you, Tone. I thought he was one of your best players on the pitch, even though he did score. But it's just not about goals. It's a team effort, which I
agreed.
personally think he put that effort 100%.
Well, like we said, mate, I think the key thing was Potter to kind of give the team identity back to the fans, because I say Lopetegui just kind of erased it off the face of this earth, and that was the hardest part. I mean, not being funny, when you look at, we're going to talk about Man United with Fuzzy in a minute. What Emery's got to do with that squad, but that's we'll talk to that shortly about that. But with West Ham, I mean, it was getting that back and seeing the likes of obviously Paqueta, Kudos, actually kind of enjoying, starting to see that they're like enjoying their football now. We're seeing a bit more out of them, which obviously Lopetegui couldn't get. That's good, because I've got Somerville to come back, we've got Bowen to come back, so it gives us options. And until or if we don't sign a striker, then you've got a choice of putting either Kudos or Somerville up top, someone at least, but it still gives us advantage to use the other players.
Yeah, true.
So we'll see from that. I also want to say, now you mentioned that Mourinho's related to Arteta, I'm not surprised. They're both bang average.
Exactly.
Only cup Forteta winning is a teacup. See Perkins sign a 3-year deal with Owen.
Yeah.
Shame, but
yeah. Do you know what? He forgot to put another trophy in that, didn't he, Mikel Arteta? If he put the Community Shield down as a trophy, why didn't he put down the? Surely you remember, if your team wins the Emirates Cup, it's like a pack with a melted dildo on a stand, like with a curve.
That's true. That's true. Good evening to 10 men at the back. Emerson scored against Villa. Yeah, it's a good goal as well. And Mapazaka was man of the match, because he had a good game as well. The signs are there. It's slowly but surely kind of turning itself around. All we need now is a couple of signings to go with that, just to push us on until the close of the season and the window in the summer. But we'll see. Because at the moment, we're still not seeing anyone across the line. But yeah. Well, we'll try for Fuzzy to come back, because obviously they just kind of got a 1-0 win against Fulham. I mean, that's a game, not an easy game to go to. Fulham, is it really?
No, I mean, the way they're playing this season. I mean, obviously, Smith Rowe's improved. I mean, Iwobi. He's been brilliant this season. Iwobi. He's one of their top goal scorers. And I think that that young player is coming on leaps and bounds. Harry Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I like him.
I'll take him at Arsenal.
Yeah, I think with the game that we played against Fulham, I think just both teams, the attacking department was the absolute worst the Premier League could possibly ever produce, until a centre-back decides, you know what, fuck this. Just hits the ball and gets the rubber to green, goes in the back of the net, goals change games, United go on top. Amad Diallo, I think, literally, like, the offside decision on that, I've got some question marks about, because I think it feels like the legal part of the body of the Fulham player was not where the line was drawn. So it was slightly edged up to make Amad look a little bit more offside than anything. So, yeah, I've got some question marks about that. But what I have seen is the link-up play inside Fulham's box from Kobbie Mainoo. Him playing in a 10 in the minutes that he was on the pitch was playing tiki-taka inside Fulham's box. So, I mean, that in and of itself tells you that the guy's more suited to that position straight away. Because no way is Bruno doing that in the box. No way is Garnacho doing that in the box. No way is would Anthony have done that in the box. Rashford would never do that in the box. So I think it's a lot more obvious that he's got the qualities and traits to be further up the pitch, since he's sort of come through the academy, starting off as a striker, has played experience out on the wings as well, apparently. So he's actually a lot more suited up in the box. It's a bit like Heaven. started out as a midfielder, got transferred into a centre back when he sort of gets into the latter stages of his academy days. With Kobbie Mainoo was moved from up top back into midfield. I suppose you could say the same about Scott McTominay when he was in the academy days. Started out as a striker, got moved back into midfield. And I think it's just something to do with height and stature. But for me, Kobbie Mainoo's got a lot more qualities further up the pitch that Man United need. He doesn't need a huge range of passing in that position. He just needs to be tidy, carry the ball well, hold up the play well, and be intelligent with his off-ball movements. And he can turn. He's got good low center of gravity to him. Overall, he's more made for that role in the team. And I think you've got Xerxes on the pitch, a player that plays in the striker position closer to where Mainoo plays. That's a better support structure as well. Now, if we end up signing another number 10 in this window, somebody who's good technically, I mean, Dorku coming in stops Dalot from playing over at left wing back, for fuck's sakes, and actually brings you a left-sided player in. It should bring a little bit more balance, and hopefully what we need is to have players in the team that hold on to possession better.
Yeah.
That don't turn it into a bloody badminton match. Like, just rallying it back and forth. I mean, Højlund spends more time grovelling on the ground and eating dirt than he actually does standing on his own 2 feet. He probably plays wheelbarrow race all the way back to Manchester after that game, rather than actually getting on the fucking coach. I mean, this guy, honestly, 21 years of age, and people will say, oh, but he's got potential. He's got potential. Mate, if that guy's got potential, I don't know many 21-year-olds that somehow managed to go backwards. The guy's regressed. Like, what the fuck? He's not cut out for this club. Boots way too big for him. Like, seriously.
I think it was an odd signing in the first place when you signed him, because I thought myself, he's not what you class a Man United player.
Yeah. I mean, I had question marks about it, because it's like, you sign him for 72 million, you bring him in to be, he's the marquee superstar signing. He's going to lead the line for Manchester United. I'm like, at the time, I said you'd sign him to be your 3rd/4th choice striker. That never happened. So I think it's coming home to roost. And I've seen, apparently, according to certain outlets, that Ruben Amorim's run out of patience with him. He's just like, well, listen, between now and the summer, if you don't get me anything, you're gone.
Good. And that's what
I think he's like another Haaland. I think he needs to be supplied the ball, Fuzzy. Do you know what I mean? I know people go, yeah, well, that's all well and good and all this and that, but I think he's one of those players that needs to be supplied the ball. I've noticed now on different Man United channels. I mean, first of all, the fans were like with Zerski, the fans weren't happy with him, first of all, but now the fans are starting to get used to him. That he offers more than what Højlund does up front. So, or at least all the Man United fans can agree, on that sort of thing.
Well, the thing is that Højlund's probably suits a game better if the game was about 5 years younger, right? Rather than today, where everyone's a lot more technical, or you've got to play possession. Everyone's playing possession, high press and everything. If it's straight up 4-4-2, route one football, Højlund's going to have more joy, because it's a lot more, I'm running in a straight line now to get onto the end of a ball, and I've got to beat defenders in a race. Yeah. Now it's like your movement has to be smarter. Your movement has to be less predictable. And that's what Højlund is. He is Mr. Predictable. Literally could walk into a game of Cluedo and he'd be sussed out as the murderer before he's even sat down at the table. Like Mr. Obvious. It's
Go.
just,
Who was it? Hoyland? That's it. Fucking game's over now.
Lead pipe with the rope in the study.
he would walk in with the gun still smoking.
Dear me.
Yeah.
Just going to go on this one. Michael saying that Saint want 55 million for Darling. Good player, but not worth that. And
Darling, is that Dibbling?
yeah, not as I think that's what it means. I mean, it's not as like they used to be. They used to sell players for them kind of fees. Not anymore.
Yeah. But I think you're right, Fuzz. I don't think Hoyland suits the style of play at Manchester United. If anything, like what you said, like a 4-4-2 formation. That, do you know what? I think the sort of club that he most probably play for and score goals is something like a Leicester City. Do you know the style they play?
West Ham.
Oh, West Ham.
Just on
Fuck me, might get fined.
yes, Daz, I will do a watch along for that game on Monday night. And Michael Bleeds just saying here, Liverpool first seed, Gooners a third seed, Villa at 8th, and City are 14th.
You know what? I think Fuzzy should do a watch along tomorrow.
I think I should do a watch along tomorrow.
Yeah, I think a watch. You haven't done a watch along for ages. Or I don't know if you've ever. I think you have done a couple, haven't you, Fuzz?
I've done a couple before. Yeah, it's just all the match timings are just not convenient with everything that goes on in my house. So I'll probably end up getting called away. It's like, oh yeah, you need to go do this now. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, yes, you do.
It's the same. Crazy that Barcelona so far this season have scored 103 goals in all competitions. Wow, that's a fact. There's the stat. Arsenal's possible opponents is one of these four: AC Milan, Juventus, PSV, or Feyenoord.
Yes, we did have. It was a possibility. It could have been Man City in the role as well, in that group. So, but unfortunately, I don't think it is now. So, but yeah, I mean, out of them, I mean, we would all like to play. I'll be honest with you. I think it'd either be one of the Dutch teams, either PSV or Feyenoord. I won't fancy playing the likes of Juventus, not yet.
Yeah, not at the moment. No, that's true.
No.
Actually, I don't know about that because isn't there all the teams between 9th and 24th have all got to play each other in a knockout round first before facing everybody?
Yeah, but
so is that already decided to what all the matchups are?
I thought it was something like, is it something like first plays 10th and second plays 11th? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. When you look at it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a way they do it. I'm just trying to see if there's anything been done at the moment, but no, I don't think so. Give you an indication, but no one's saying much at the moment. Yeah, we do need a top striker there, Daz. I must agree on that. Good that Potter's playing Kudos on the right. So, yeah, he's actually playing him in his favourite position. So, we are seeing something of him. So, does that mean that Bowen's going to go up top?
I can't see why not. I can't see why not. Because if you're crying out for it, that's the sort of player you would play up top within the. I mean, you're not going to rely on Danny Ings, are you? Do you know what I mean? He's just coming off the bench, that's it sort of thing. He's a bench warmer. But, I mean, I think Kudos on the right, Somerville on the left, and put Bowen up front with Kudos in that sort of like free role behind him.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Kudos, Paqueta in that free role behind him. I reckon you get that's a good start of play there for West Ham.
Mark saying playoff Celtic City versus Real or Bayern. That's what it'll be. Smash the likes. Thank you very much there, Daz. Tone, if Sanchez is in goal for proper Chelsea, then the Hammers have to take advantage. I've got to think of taking that, haven't we? Proper Chelsea. Yeah. And obviously, Mark with Fuzzy is right. Right, guys, I think we're going to come to the end because unfortunately I've got a following programme tomorrow, so I'm going to have to knock it off a bit early tonight.
Ah, boo, boo. Unsubscribe. Road to 1 sub.
Well, funny enough, you're saying that. I mean, over the last couple of days now, there's 3 have dropped off the thing already. So it's amazing how YouTube works and its algorithms. It's always a great thing with YouTube. Don't we love it?
No.
No, I'm passing. I'm getting the message around town. It's
I thought you
slowly, it's slowly but surely. You know, it's just.
Ten at the back, Champions League playoffs first, then the top 8 enter. Ah, there you go. Then the top 8 enter again. Thank you very much for that. Take care. So yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow night with Budgie, 8 o'clock for the West Ham review, and I'll be doing the Green Street Elites on there as well. So we, look at that, and then of course we're back for the Sunday night takeaway with these 2 gents, and then everyone else will get on board, and obviously, I'll do a watch along for the Chelsea game as well, and then we're back on Wednesday. Lads, great show, smashed it as always. Thank you very much, Ravi. Fuzzy, what you got coming up myself, mate?
Since we're finishing now, I'll probably put out a little upload for the match review for tomorrow. Then the match reaction to follow on the Thursday. Quick turnaround for the Premier League on the weekend. So will be on the Friday. That will probably do the preview for the Palace game. Big points now. I think for the next 4 games for United can do wonders. We'd love to bury Spurs even more when we play them the following week, because I think we will have Leicester at home in the next round in the midweek. So looking forward to that, and that's pretty much for the weekend sorted out.
Thank you, mate. Colin just saying good night, Tony, Fuzzy, and Anthony. You're wonderful gentlemen. Great show, guys. See you all next time. God bless and take care. See you tomorrow, Tony. Colin, thanks so much for being in. Appreciate it.
See you, Colin. Ain't Budgie doing the show tonight?
Yeah, he's on. They're on now, I do believe. They're doing a review of the Chelsea game as well. Still got bottom of the FPL, Fuzzy, he's saying.
Hell yeah. I'm making it my own. It's cushy down there. More of you should join.
Actually, but what Fuzz is open for is like something comes in, like turn the league upside down, so he's actually top. Is that what you're counting on, Bud?
Exactly. Yeah. It's a secret strategy. It's very, very much underrated. So more of you
turn the fucking table upside down.
Get on the bandwagon, guys. I'm playing chess. You're playing checkers.
Is it? Right.
You're saying that, Anthony. I remember years ago, bloke used to work with me. He was a Millwall fan, and also one of the blokes goes, "Yeah, I didn't realise Millwall top of the table. What do you mean top of the table?" And that he said, "We're fucking bottom." And also he went, "Oh shit, yeah, I got the paper the wrong way round. So you are." Fucking.
Well, that's typical Millwall, isn't it? Sort of thing. Oh, Tone, I noticed. I think you've got another. Is it a star comment from Rabbi? The second.
Oh yes, yeah. We're finished with this one. Yeah. Question for all faults: why players have ridiculous run-ups for penalties? For me, pace and power hit through the laces. What do you take on that one?
Bloody hell! It sounds like my sex life, Tone. I got a fucking ticket run up for that. But enough of that. But yeah, I agree with Ravi. I just feel like this stupid bouncing on the spot, that sort of thing, and taking the penalty is not for me. It's just you know where you're gonna go. Don't change your mind. Don't hesitate it. Blast the fucking thing and hope it goes into the back of the net. That's all. That's what even Alan Shearer said it. He said that's the reason why I never hesitate, because I knew where that ball was going to go.
Exactly. I mean, not being funny. I used to say to my players, power and placement, time and a place. So it's one of those. If you knock it into the corners all day long, it's very rare that you'll get a keeper get down quick enough. But that running up business, I mean, do you remember the Jerry Maguire scene with Cuba Gooding Jr. where he's kind of dancing with a ball? That's what some of these players do now. It's just ridiculous.
Or the
Yeah,
Paul
they haven't
Pogba run up. It's like
Oh,
every time Paul Pogba would do that run up, it was like Arsenal taking corners. They spent
But then
about 5
again-
minutes waiting for anything to happen.
You see that, Fuzzy, but guess what? The best penalty I've ever seen Arsenal take was between the Thierry Henry and Robert Perez. Do you remember that one? When he
Yeah,
passed
the
it to
one-
Robert
basically what they really tried to do.
Yeah, that one.
Messi Suarez. That's how it was meant to go.
Yeah. I never
that-
thought you passed the penalty. I just thought you just fucking hit the ball on from the penalty spot. But to make a pass,
Oh, that was absolutely ridiculous.
I think
Both
it was.
idiots
I think
in
it's just a
themselves.
miscommunication that they absolutely just got it all wrong.
Cool.
yeah,
Royally got it wrong as well. That was the thing. Matt says hit it like the effing Terminator Dixie. I mean, Dixie could put it in the back of the net, and even old Tonka as well. His nickname, he could smash it in the back of the net as well. I mean, that's how you
Tonker,
do it.
bloody hell! Well, did he have a big one, team?
Yeah, he did indeed, mate. Just swing it. He didn't use his feet. He just swung it from one side.
Oh,
Yeah.
curveball.
Yeah, look, remember Perez Emery penalty against Leeds. They were saying about that, yeah. Mum was saying good with him. Jorginho has a mad run up, hop, skip, and jump. Odegaard did it the other day, didn't he?
He
What was
did,
that
yeah.
all about? What the hell was that all about?
Love against Man United in the FA Cup.
God,
Sure. Bloody hell, yeah. Tell me about it.
right,
Still
gents.
to this day.
Thank you very much for being with us. And that people in the chat, thanks for hanging around and being with us. So it's a bit of a short one today, but yeah, it's a bit of a mad one tomorrow. Full on back-to-back meetings plus some training sessions in between.
Yeah.
Going to be a long
Yeah,
night.
get that air dryer on your laptop, team. Yeah.
Right.
That's why he wants to finish the show early. Less said about it, the better, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, one of those, Anthony. Yeah, that's the
It was
one.
one of those. Yeah.
Same for you as well, Ravi. You take it easy as well, mate. Thank you very much for coming in. And night all. Thanks, Mama, as well, for hanging around. You're welcome as always. Cheers, Daz. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're at basically. So look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you shortly. And we're not going to go with an outro tonight. We're just going to say good night and God bless, and see you next time. All take it easy.
See you next week.
Yeah.